All right, let's get it, baby. Hope everybody's feeling incredible this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration coach. I'm somebody who's dedicated to helping you go further, faster, with less effort. And I feel really excited to be here with you this morning. This weekend we got a Kaizen Academy. It's all based around closing. Lately, we've been focused a lot on closing because that's what we all in it for. If we can't close, we can't do nothing. Am I right? Am I right, y'all? Shouts out to Credit Network Solutions. Shouts out to the Chamber of Commerce. Shouts out to Exodus Life Change. Right? It's check-in time, everybody. Rep your city. Let them know where you're coming from. This is our time. This is our time. Let's get it, y'all. This morning, we're talking about improving perseverance. I think that is a big deal. There are many personal development coaches around the world that will explain to you that the thing that separates the wheat from the chaff is not intellect. It's perseverance. What they refer to as grit. Thank you. It really boils down, many will tell you, to can you withstand the rain? Right? Entry and exit tones are on. Yeah, check-in time. Let them know where we at. There are so many different coaches out there that will tell you it really boils down to, can you stand the rain? Okay, what's up, Shalonda? Yeah, it's Anisha. Because obstacles gonna come. Ain't that right, Ebony? Ain't that right, Nikki? Share this with an entrepreneur who needs this. Apostle Ray in the house. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Share this with an entrepreneur who needs it. I truly believe that when we help the entrepreneurs, we're helping the world. I believe entrepreneurs are God's favorite people. I hope that don't sound a little pretentious. You know what I'm saying, Miss Jenkins? I hope that don't sound a little pretentious, but I truly believe that we're the problem solvers. When you look at entrepreneurship, what you're talking about is the crossroads between faith and service. Follow me on this. Follow me on this. I consider us the wizards, right? Do you know in Aramaic, one of the first languages ever, when you say abracadabra, what you're saying is, as I speak, I create, right? As I speak, I create. Who does that but the entrepreneurs, right, Damon? Who does that but the entrepreneurs? Tell them, Shalonda. Tell them, Shalonda. Who does that but the entrepreneurs? Yeah, my man Shiz know what I'm talking about. So this morning, what I want to talk to you about is some ways to improve your perseverance skills, because you deserve to live in luxury. You're out here helping people, man. You deserve to have everything. When I tell you that you have everything that you need to get everything you want, it's because you're an entrepreneur, baby. You're an entrepreneur. Sometimes they say, Haziq, what's the quickest way for you to build your what's the quickest way for you to build your self-esteem up? Because for those that don't know, I'm not just a revenue acceleration expert. I'm also a self-esteem development fanatic, because I believe that self-esteem is like that hub in the wheel of success. You know what I mean? I think self-esteem is that thermostat that determines what level of success that you expect, and watch this, what level of success you will accept. I think it all comes down to self-esteem. And so what I really want to say to you this morning is that if you want to work on your self-esteem, work on your awareness about who you are and whose you are. If you really want to work on your self-esteem, get familiar with the 6 higher faculties you have. Get familiar with the fact that every animal feels at home in its environment except you, because you're a creator. of your environment. You get what I mean? So when you start talking about how you have will, intuition, perception, reason, imagination, and memory, what you're looking at is the fact that you're God's highest form of creation. What you're looking at is that you don't just deal with instinct. You have higher faculties. You get to decide what your environment feels like to you. You get to decide what kind of vibration you're getting from the environment. Feeling is just a word for saying you're acknowledging the vibration that you're in. You get what I'm saying to you? Your feeling is just saying you're acknowledging the vibration that you're in. And all we're saying is that if you decide to raise your vibration, then you're deciding to increase your power, your capacity to manifest your dreams. Ain't that deep? Because everybody in life has setbacks. Bigger setbacks we notice more, but even smaller setbacks take a toll on us mentally. They take a toll on us emotionally. A lot of y'all only listen to me because y'all know I was just homeless a few years ago. And if I could be homeless and start saying these affirmations that raise my vibration and literally make myself a millionaire, make myself a multimillionaire, right? Then there's no excuse for anybody that can hear my voice. I don't have no college degree. I don't have no discernible skills. You ask my girl, I ain't even that smart. You know what I'm saying? But let me tell you what I got. I got perseverance. Let me tell you what I got. I have the ability to notice opportunity. Let me tell you what I got. I have a heart for the people. Let me tell you what I got. I have a passion to serve. I know that the number one way to be selfish is to serve somebody else. I don't mind you being selfish. I want you to switch your mindset to being long-term selfish. You get what I'm saying? And that's the thing about class. Class ain't socioeconomics. Class is how long-term you see. That's why when you go to a low-class neighborhood, you can walk in a store and they'll sell you one cigarette. They call it a Lucy. But you go into a high-class neighborhood and they have health food stores. You see people running around in their short shorts in November. You get what I'm saying to you? It's because they're thinking long-term. I ain't got no problem with you being selfish. You got to look out for number one, baby. But I want you to be long-term selfish. And the most selfish thing you can do for yourself is serve somebody else. So what we got for you this morning is 9 different ways to strengthen your perseverance. 15 minutes of fire. I've already burned about 5 of them with that intro. But if you're ready for number one, give me a number one and a share. Let's get it. Let's get it, y'all. You know what I'm saying, Jess? You know what I'm saying, Isioma? All right, Brian in the house. Let's get it. Let's get it. Yeah. Abracadabra. Alakazam. You know what I'm talking about? Crystal clear in the house. You know what I'm talking about, Brent V? YouTube gang checking in this morning. If you're watching a replay, give me a replay. I want to know who came in and watched this thing again. All right, check it out. Check it out. Here's the first one. Don't be afraid to fail. I said it before, I'll say it again. Until you're giving yourself permission to fail, you are not giving yourself the ability to grow. Don't be afraid to fail. Perseverance literally comes from failing and getting back up. Listen, it's all about getting knocked down 9 times and getting up 10, baby. Without failure, it's impossible to become resilient. Without resistance, it's impossible to become stronger. So you got to change your relationship with failure. Can somebody give me that in the comments? I'm going to change my relationship with failure. I'm going to change my relationship with failure. Failure is not a person. Failure is an event. And that event is designed to increase your power. You get what I mean? But you got to change your relationship with that thing. Because what a lot of people do is they try to avoid hearing no so much that they end up having to say no. Say no to their children. Say no to their significant other. Say no to their friends. Say no to the causes they want to support. Without money, you only can support people with your physical presence. Let me tell you something. You're limiting your power. Money is evil, though, Hazi. What about when money was cattle? Are cattle evil? What about when money was cowrie shells? Are cowrie shells somehow evil? You sound like a fool. And I mean that with love, because what you sound like is you've been programmed by society. And I totally get it. Fox. Ain't it weird that F-O-X is the 6th letter, the 15th letter, and the 24th letter? That's like 666. Or isn't it weird that CNN is constantly negative news? You're being programmed constantly. Y'all hear me? Here's the second one I got for you. Get 1%. I just want you to know before I leave, number one, know that you can learn so much from failure that changing your attitude towards it by itself can have amazing implications on your life. That's all I'm trying to say, Crystal. That's all I'm trying to say. You got to change your relationship with failure. That's all I'm saying to you. That's all I'm saying. All right, here's number two. Get 1% better every day. Check this out. The reason we call our school the Kaizen Academy, and if you've never tried one of our classes, this Saturday we're having one at 7 p.m. Bring your notes. You know, for the price of a cup of coffee a day, you can get so much power every other Saturday that will pour into your life. It'll change everything for you, right? But check this out. I'm saying be 1% better every day, but this is what's going to blow your mind. If you're just 0.1% every day, it'll change your whole life. Check this out. If you're just 0.1% better Monday through Friday, it'll change your whole life. Because 0.1% better means that 5 days later, you're 0.5% better. That means a month later, you're 2% better. That means a year later, you're 26% better. That means 3 and about a half years later, you have doubled your output, doubled your performance, and or doubled your income. That's off 0.1%. When you are aware of this kind of stuff, it makes it so that you naturally have more perseverance because you're like, I'm going somewhere with this. You got to remember, man, the bigger your purpose, the bigger the promise, the bigger the process, and the bigger the payoff. But it's all about you improving a little bit every day. Growth mindset. Growth mindset says, you know what? I can get better. Fixed mindset says, man, yo, this sucks. I'm not good at this. Yo, this sucks. You want to have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset. And what I'm trying to say to you is that growth is a skill, just like learning to juggle. Some of y'all can't juggle. So let me take it like this. Growth is a skill, just like learning to tie your shoes. Now, if you can't tie your shoes, then we got bigger problems. But growth is a skill, just like learning to drive a car. Remember when you were first learning to drive a car? You would push the gas, and it felt like you were going 100 miles an hour. You'd look at the speedometer, and you were only going 5, 6, 7, 10 miles an hour. You're like, whoa. But now, some of y'all drive a car, right, ladies? And y'all are driving while you're putting on makeup, you're putting on your eyelashes in that little mirror right there, all while the only thing separating you from death is lines of paint on the road. You get what I'm saying to you? You have mastered driving. If you can master driving, you can master getting better. You get what I'm saying to you? Here's number 3. Begin to take risks. And what I mean is begin to take risks with a little more intention, right? Because some of y'all taking risks every day. Some of y'all don't know what a big risk you taking, not taking no risks. That's what's risky. Boy, some of y'all daredevils. Some of our friends are daredevils. Keep on going to that 9-to-5 job with no other income streams, knowing they can get fired or laid off at any point. Boy, they are daredevil. The problem is they're not taking risks with intention. And when you learn to take risks, you raise the probability of facing more difficult situations. And when you're in these difficult situations, if you can learn to adapt, if you can learn to understand what steps are necessary to keep things moving, you grow as a leader. You hear what I'm saying to you? Now you're growing as a leader. Now you have a testimony to share with other people who are going through a test because you've been there, done that, and gotten a t-shirt. Some of y'all would never follow me if it wasn't for that time I spent sleeping in my car. You know what I mean? If it wasn't for that time I wasn't like Apostle Ray who was eating out the trash and all of that. You know what I'm saying? But still, my life was in shambles. And if I didn't learn how to pull myself up out the dust like a phoenix, right? If I wasn't able to show and prove, not just to y'all, but to myself that I got the minerals, I could have went and slept on my sister's couch. My sister's an Ivy League educated physician. You know what I mean? I could have slept on my brother's couch. My brother was the youngest GM in Target history, right? But you know what I knew? They all felt like I was kind of the weird one for trying to be this entrepreneur instead of go get a job. But now guess what they all want to be? Entrepreneurs. You hear what I'm saying to you? Here's number 4. You got to understand resistance. Dang, we running out of time. I got to hurry up. You got to understand resistance, y'all. See, one of my main problems with school is that school works on developing your intellect when what you need in this world is to develop your awareness. Man, I tell my lady all the time. She's like, why are you always pressing me out to get into this subject or that subject? It's because, baby, you're brilliant, right? But now, since you mine, I want to use your intellect in this area and in this area. So I got to increase your awareness of this so I can use the way you think on this too. And I can leverage the way your mind works different from mine. What am I saying? I'm saying awareness pain is more powerful than growing pain. You get what I'm saying to you? Check it out, man. Baby touched the stove. Baby like stove hot. Baby don't need TED Talk. Baby don't need a novel, because awareness is the power. You got to be aware of what resistance really is. Every business owner who struggles with resistance should read a book called The War of Art by Stephen Pressfield. Somebody give me that in the comments. The War of Art. You mean the art of war, Hazik? No, I don't. I'm not talking about Sun Tzu right now. I'm talking about Stephen Pressfield. It's a book called The War of Art. This will help you identify what resistance is and what you're really dealing with when something tries to hold you back. You know, a plane can only fly against the wind. Plane can't fly with the wind. It'll never get up off the ground. It's the resistance that makes you stronger. That's why that's one of our affirmations every morning. Here's number 5. Exercise regularly. This will strengthen your perseverance. They call it the 40% rule. The rule is if you complete 40% of the task, your likelihood of quitting decreases dramatically. 40%, baby. The number one way to develop this 40% rule is to get busy with some physical training, lifting weights, doing sprints. Listen to me, kings and queens. I don't care if you just work the treadmill, baby, but I guarantee you, if you begin to build your endurance, it's going to carry over to your mind. Here's number 6. Build a supportive network. If you want to learn how to persevere, you need a network of support, undergirding, right? I'm talking about family, friends, coworkers, peers that allow you to have a comfortable place where you can open up and get feedback and encouragement during hard times. And y'all knew it was coming. Baby, you need a therapist. You need a therapist. It's played out to be thinking therapists are just for crazy people. That's some old school thinking. That's before we understood how mind works. Check it out. You get a car wash. Listen, you got maids. Listen, you don't cut your own grass, right? Why the heck are you more concerned about washing your car than washing out your brain? Get a network. Here's number 7. Keep your goals in mind. Last week, I had you write out your dream paragraph. No, it was a week before last. That's why you should subscribe to this channel. You know what I mean? We're giving it to you daily. There's no way you can be here 5 days a week and not become a different person in a month, not become a different person in 6 months. There's no way you can't improve in a year if you're just here. I don't care if you're taking notes every day. Just let it go in your mind. But here's what you're doing. You got to keep your goals in mind. When we make mistakes and when we fail, you're going to be tempted to give up altogether unless your mind is focused on the ultimate vision. Why you're doing all this in the first place, what this means to you, what this means to your children, what this means to your family, what this means to your legacy. Huh? You got to keep your goals in mind. When you wrote out that dream paragraph, I told you to put it in your pocket so you touch it every day. Because what does that do? Number 8, it helps you set clear benchmarks. Because success can be a long and tough journey. But if you instill benchmarks, if you break that thing down into these little steps, these little bite-sized pieces, next thing you know, you're able to reward yourself and encourage yourself along the way because you're like, I'm getting closer. 10 more miles until Brooklyn, baby. 10 more miles until the promised land. You get what I'm saying to you? And that's number 9 for us. Remember your why. That was my 15 minutes, man. Remember your why. You need a why that's strong enough to make you cry. Or you're probably playing with it, man. You're probably playing with it. Getting a break doing anything in this world can be tough, right? But it ain't the most talented people that make it. It's the ones with the most endurance. And for me to endure, I have to remember why I'm doing this. You get what I'm saying to you? What was the original reason I set out on this path? And reflecting on that reminds me that this is worth my time. It's affirmation time, y'all. I'm telling you, you don't want to miss the Kaizen Academy this weekend. You know what I mean? We're going to increase your awareness. It's the Kaizen Academy for better entrepreneur habits. A little kid walked up to one of my mentors at the end of one of his speeches and whatnot. And he was like, man, why do you like doing the habits so much? He was like, I don't. That's why I made them habits. It's affirmation time, y'all. This is a habit you should add. I still say the same affirmations every morning I was saying when I was sleeping in my car. It works, baby. You ain't even got to believe what you're saying for it to work. Ain't that cold? Just like you ain't got to believe that person's the worst person on earth. But if you tell them that, oh, it works, you start ruining their mood, right? You don't even believe it, right? And it works. You start hurting their feelings and you don't even believe what you're saying. It works on you too, baby. Words are powerful. You have the power of life and death right in the tongue. Let's go. Let's go. Y'all with me? Y'all with me? Yeah, Tanisha, that's what I'm talking about. We've only just begun. You know what I'm saying? It's affirmation time. Repeat after me, y'all. The two most powerful words, yet the shortest in the whole English language. I am. I am that I am. You got to ram in the bush, baby. Here we go. Repeat after me.